Hello. In this short video, we're going to cover how you can manipulate your images to be a little bit more personalized for learners. And we're going to do that in a few ways. We're going to show you how to change the text so that the picture still references the same text. So in the previous video, we showed you that whenever you type in the word, Widgit will automatically create an image for that. But I'm going to show you this time how we can manipulate that to personalize it a little bit further. I'm also going to show you how to use the image library so that you can look at other images rather than the default ones that are selected by Widgit. And we can look at changing skin tones to suit the pupil and the situation that they're in terms of school. And also we're going to look at how you can change the clothes in these images as well to reference things like school uniform and just to personalize these little images a little bit more. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the symbol of the text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change school. So what in the first instance, we're going to select the school button and we're going to go change symbol text. So what I'm going to do is change this to my school name. So Ballyrock School. So now you can see that the image for school has remained the same, but rather than it being the word school, it's the name of the school that the pupil actually goes to. So if we typed in Ballyrock School in the first instance, it wouldn't create this image of school, but what we've done is we've just simply accessed here and changed the symbol text. So it allows us to keep the image and change the text as appropriate. Now, there are other ways in which we can personalize things. I'm going to jump over to the dog text here, and you can see that with typing in this dog text, you can see we've got three options. So three of these options. But what that might not do is it might not fit to that learner's specific personality or the dog that they actually have. So let's just use the search button to find a symbol, and we're going to go with a Labrador. So you can see that it's actually been a little bit more specific with the dog, and this might be the dog that reflects that pupil a little bit more. So that was the second one, which is to personalize the images a little bit more. The next one we're going to look at is just to personalize skin tone. So skin tone can be really important for learners, and what we do, we're going to just select this crowd button here. And I'm going to go up here, and you can see that if you hover over all of these tiles, it actually tells you what the tile will do before you click on it. So I'm going to go to skin tones, and I'm going to show you that by default, it actually shows a varied skin tones because Widgit is all about inclusivity. We can change that, and we can change it to a specific skin tone if preferred. So you can see that all of the skin tones of all of those images change. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it varied because it's inclusive. You might equally have this pupil may want to choose a skin tone of their own, which is totally fine because in all of these instances, you want this image to reflect the person that is accessing these symbols. So for example, we can choose the skin tone of the person that is using these symbols, but also what we might want to do is might want to go up to this artist palette, and we might want to edit the uniform. So we want these clothes to represent the uniform. So what we can do, we can click here. This represents the shoes, as you can see. So we're going to select black shoes. We're going to keep the blue trousers. Maybe we'll change them to grey. You can see it's changing this, and then my school uniform is dark blue, so we're going to select dark blue. So you can see that you can also change the skin tone here and the color of the outline. So if we say OK, it changes the image. Now sit becomes a more easily referenced image because it's the colors of the school uniform. But as you'll see, the original stays in here. So if you ever wanted to change back to the original, that's totally fine too. So another way that we can add some images is we can go to the image library, and you can simply upload an image from there. So for example, we have Mr. Reed here. If we wanted to upload an image of myself, we could simply go to upload image and choose file, and it would help us select from our pictures in the server an image that we want to select. So just for the purpose of this, I'm going to try and find one here and upload. That will upload the image that in turn just shows exactly as, so we've click on Mr. Reed, select the image, and you can see that now rather than the symbol, we've actually got a picture of the teacher, which again personalizes it a little bit more. The third option with these is you might want to add web images. So web images is actually powered by Pixabay, not Google, and it means that all of these web images are actually copyright free, and they're safe to use when developing these templates. So what I'm going to do before I use this is you can add a page up and down by using these buttons here. So I'm going to add a page down, and you'll see that it actually creates a new template, exact same as the one above, but it just creates another one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an example of Pokemon. Now you can see that there is no images in Widgit for Pokemon, but there might be images for Widgit or for Pokemon in the image library. So you can see there's actually lots and lots of options to choose from. For the purpose of this, we're going to choose Pikachu, and you can see that that pops in there. So that just explains that while you're typing the text and Widgit is doing the searching initially for you from their collection or library of symbols, that's one option, which is the default option, and it might be perfect for what you need to do. But equally, there is an image library where you can upload images yourself. If you want to have an image of the school, a teacher, etc., you can do that too. But also there's an option to upload safely from the web for things that maybe can't be found in these other two options. The other thing to remember is that there's actually two images that can be in one cell. So for example, swimming on Monday. So if we had an image for swimming on Monday, you can see that it's dragged in two images, but those aren't the images that maybe is most relevant. So maybe we want to select the Monday and this, but at the minute we can only select one, which is a problem. Okay, so all we have to do is we have to go up under here and we click add second symbol to frame. So when we add second symbol to frame, we've got the Monday and then we've got swimming. So swimming on Monday, and the images reflect that. Okay, so that's just how we add two symbols to one image, and it's simply by clicking this little button here, add second symbol to frame, and it will allow you to add that for more complex sentences rather than